Introduction to SD-CN animation and general discussion on AI videos. First, let's talk about the installation process of SD-CN animation. The installation itself is straightforward. Just like usual, navigate to Extensions, then choose Install from URL, and select URL for Extensions GIT repository. Enter the following URL. Once entered, wait for a moment, then click on Apply and Restart UI to reboot. If you see SD-CN animation in the top tab, the installation is successful. Now, if we end the discussion here, it would be quite brief, so I would like to talk about the verification process and other aspects of AI videos. Firstly, with SD-CN animation, you can create videos by simply inputting prompts. It's not about creating videos from existing footage, but rather generating videos based on prompts alone. While you can also create videos from prompts in Forum, it can be tedious with camera settings and numerous complex configurations. Personally, I believe SD-CN animation is an effective feature, especially when the goal is to upload short videos of around 5 seconds on Twitter. Now, let's explain how to use it. mov2mov generates videos from existing videos. It's similar to mov2mov, and it can be challenging to distinguish between the two. To use mov2mov, you need to upload a video file to the Input Video section. Since the resolution is not automatically detected, you'll need to adjust it accordingly. You can also input a seed for the desired image you want to use in the video. We will explain the processing strength Step 1 and fix frame strength Step 2 later on. Next, select the control net you want to use. It's not necessary to choose too many, so let's stick to around 2 options. That's the basic setup. Once you click on Generate, the video will be created. Text-to-vid. Text-to-vid automatically creates videos based on the set prompts. Personally, this is the main feature I use. Set the resolution to the desired output size. The prompts are used to define the prompts for the desired video. If you are familiar with generating still images, you can input those prompts here. There is a default setting for negative prompts, but you can also use your own prompts that you usually work with. The seed is obtained from a single image you want to use for the video, and you input that seed here. We will explain the processing strength Step 1 and fix frame strength Step 2 later on. The length in frames refers to the total number of frames in the video, while video FPS represents the number of frames used per second. For example, if the FPS is set to 10 and the length in frames is set to 50, the resulting video will be 5 seconds long. Control net settings are available, but currently, it doesn't trace or utilize the uploaded video on the top of the text-to-vid interface, so I don't see its purpose at the moment. In fact, it is mentioned that it is not necessary to upload a video on the top of the interface, indicating that it is an unnecessary feature. If my understanding is incorrect, please let me know in the comments section. Once all the settings are done, click on Generate, and the video will be created. It's that simple. Now, let's move on to the verification results. First, let's observe the changes based on the processing strength Step 1 differences. Next, let's examine the changes based on the fix frame strength Step 2 variations. In my personal opinion, the optimal settings may vary depending on the model used. Minor pastel gives an overall thickly painted feel, while anything v4.5 appears to have lighter strokes compared to minor pastel. Therefore, in terms of processing strength, step 1, I think anything v4.5 tends to result in a brighter output. Personally, I find that a range of 0.6 to 0.85 works well for processing strength, step 1, across different models. Fix frame strength, step 2, has varying degrees of impact. If set too low, the subject may become distorted, while setting it too high can lead to excessive changes. Based on around 50 tests, I personally find that a range between 0.33 and 0.37 is optimal for fixed frame strength, step 2. Next, I tried creating videos using SD-CN-Animation, generating a video from another video. For testing purposes, I used a typical dance video. In my personal experience, I find the results to be on par with mov2mov. However, it is intriguing that the results changed simply by switching the model while keeping all other settings the same. The following verification applies to AI videos in general. I received a question from someone who expressed the opinion that increasing the FPS, frames per second, would result in smoother motion and higher quality in the final video. So, I decided to compare and examine this claim. Based on the results, I believe it ultimately comes down to personal preference. From my personal standpoint, I don't think that simply increasing the FPS will automatically make a video look better or more aesthetically pleasing. When the FPS is increased, it means that there is a higher frequency of changes happening within the video. As a result, the video may appear busier with more rapid movement of the subjects. Therefore, it doesn't necessarily guarantee a visually improved outcome for the video as a whole. Lastly, I introduced SD-CN animation in this discussion. I believe it offers a certain degree of differentiation compared to the features I've previously mentioned, which is why I decided to introduce it this time. In terms of differentiation and use cases, I think it can be categorized as follows. Deform requires complex operations and a considerable amount of knowledge to master. However, once mastered, it enables the creation of highly sophisticated videos. ebsynth, on the other hand, is not particularly difficult to use, but when it comes to operations involving changing backgrounds and subjects, it requires following several steps. Nonetheless, the tracing and final results are often quite impressive. Creating videos from videos using mov2mov and SD-CN animation is relatively easy, but the resulting output may not be as visually appealing. With text-to-video, SD-CN animation makes video creation incredibly simple. It is a great feature for creating videos at the level of a few seconds. If you're looking to upload videos on Twitter, SD-CN animation comes highly recommended. However, adjustments to the camera or frame-by-frame changes are not possible. Most likely, everyone is using each feature for different purposes. I hope this video can assist you in achieving your goals. If you'd like, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving it a thumbs up, and sharing it. Until the next video, take care.